start talking about who you are, so your personal details.
Hi, thanks. So, so personally, so I have been working. So I have been an artist since my childhood, and artist as an artist, it was more of an hobby initially. That's how it started. Working around, creating some cartoons and doing paint stuff. So that's how the initial journey of my painting career started, and that's what it has been. And so that's where the artistic blend started coming in through the initial days. And as I grew up, I started taking it a little more seriously, and started working on some online modules, teaching through YouTube or to Facebook, or how other artists are doing, and what kind of techniques are coming in. And that's how the artistic journey started. So that's more on an artistic front. So personally, I actually work as a human resources professional in one
Yes.
of the MNCs based out of India, Bangalore. And I am settled in Bangalore, and professionally it has been more than 10 years I have been in the HR human resources profession, apart from my artistic journey, and settled here with my family. And yeah, so personally, that's what my journey has been, starting from my initial school days as being an artist, and then parallelly being a human resources professional.
So amazing, step by step, creating an artistic view. I want to ask you adjectives that define you.
So three adjectives that define me, I think probably what I can think of right now is ambitious, assiduous, and artistic. Because in whatever things and the way I actually maneuver, I always try to blend in that a little artistic side towards things.
So you told us how all your journey started. I want to ask you how you create your artworks. How it is the process?
Okay, so from a process perspective, the art, basically the medium that I chose, the art form, or what the representation would be, it more or less comes in from my own experiences and the surroundings. So if you see, most of my artwork is inspired primarily from nature, being very
Yes.
colorful, using vibrant colors. So more or less, I think the blend comes in from my surroundings and my own experiences that I generally try to actually portray it on the canvas in an art form.
Yeah, and can you explain us your relationships with the colors, because all of your artworks are really colorful.
Yeah. So more or less, I think the reason most of my artworks are a little more colorful is I try to give them a little more vibrational, or more what you say, more realistic and more happy form of life that I want
Yeah,
to actually portray
emotional
on the
also.
canvas. Yeah,
Yes.
correct. So more on the happy side that I want to actually portray my artwork, and that's why I try to blend in more of colorful colors so that it becomes much more, it represents that liveliness in our lives.
Yes, and talking about mediums, how
Mhm.
important is medium for you and for your works?
So medium, generally I actually use my canvas and my acrylic or oil paints. That's what are the mediums that I generally use. So I think I am much more comfortable in acrylic and oil paint. So acrylic is a little much more aligned to what I generally paint in. And so I think I would say that from a medium perspective, if someone gives me a choice, I will choose acrylic.
Art is a universal vehicle of, communication, of a lot of emotions. So, what do you want to communicate with your art? Tell us more about it.
Okay, so what I want to communicate from my art is basically, see, as I said, that my artworks are primarily a representation of what I believe in, my values, and what I see across the surroundings, something related to nature. So
That's
through my
fantastic.
art, actually, I want to exhibit and portray the positive aspects of life, certain kind of emotions that I believe in, or what is happening around. So those are the kind of aspects I really want to actually portray through my arts. And generally, that's what are my themes, and are the basics behind those artworks.
Yes, so the meaning also that there is behind your artworks, I mean, belongs to you, but also to the consumers, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
It of course it also has to have a blend of what my customers are looking at, what is the kind of artwork they are looking at, and that's wherein I try to blend in the mix of both sides.
Yes, and talking about yeah, a buyers, a collector, who is the I mean, ideal buyers of your artworks
Okay,
for you?
so
In your opinion, I mean.
yeah, okay, I got it. So see, from a collector's perspective, see, my ambition is to actually create artworks that are something which are relatable. People who, from a consumer perspective, actually are able to get on the same tangent of the thinking, the theme of my artwork. So those are the people who I really want to actually speak to from through my arts. That's what I relate myself to. So from a consumer's perspective, I think people who love art, who are the art collectors, who really want to actually bring positivity in terms of their homes, probably in case if they're putting up the artworks inside the homes and bringing a lot of more positivity. I think that's wherein my artworks will very much correlate there.
Yes, and I love it because it's also a universal message. I mean, there is
Yes.
no specific gender or a specific type of age, I mean, of consumers. Yeah, I really love it. And talking about this strange here we are living in due to the coronavirus situation and so on, what about art during this specific period?
Got it. So I think this period of the pandemic, of course, it has been a little negative on the negative side for everyone across the globe. But then, from art perspective, I think I have been able to bring about a little change in towards my own thinking, what I want to actually represent through my artwork, what kind of messaging and communication I want to actually send across the globe and to people. I think it has given me a lot of ideas and a little different perspective towards life and art. And during this pandemic and a lockdown period, I think I have been able to work on more artworks as compared to the previous duration wherein I used to actually do paint, because uh, I started interacting more with artists across the globe during this period of time, and trying to understand how others are also relating themselves to with respect to the current pandemic situation. And I think it has been a period of growth for me as an artist, I would say.
Yeah, that's good. That's really nice. So you can find also, I mean, power in this situation. For now, I want to ask you if you can tell us an artist that I mean you value a lot, and that is yeah, I mean something like an hero, an inspiration.
I think it would be a list of artists who are my inspirations, because if I go back starting from the Renaissance time to the medievals, I think all of the artists have been doing have done actually a phenomenal work, and uh, all of them are actually my favorites. And if you pick up any painting, I think gives you a different impression, and a different and a very particular message about every artwork. If I would say a particular name that comes up in my mind, I think Da Vinci. If I really admire with the kind of works that he has done, and still very relevant in today's times as well.
Yes, interesting. And talking about something that I mean represents you as an artist, a phrase or a motto that is yeah, you read it and you say yeah, that's Ashar.
So I would say I think every day is a new life. Every day is a new beginning. So that, I think that's what keeps me going through. Reason being, because every day life gives you a different perspective and a different connotation towards things. So that's what actually defines me. You can actually change the past, move on to the future, and do absolutely something new and exciting every day. So every day is a new opportunity for you.
Now I have only one last question, which is where do you see yourself in 10 years?
In the upcoming 10 years, I actually want to see myself grow as professionally as an artist, and create much more deeper, meaningful artworks. And that's what actually keeps me going on a daily basis. And I also wish, and I also would want to continue, and my association with Virtual Piazza, and I would want them to reach all the heights that as the art gallery they want to actually achieve. And I really want to be associated, and I see myself as established artist with in collaboration with Virtual Piazza.
So yeah, we will create a great movement and great engagement also around you. So this is our purpose. I just wanted to thank you.